Okay, ladies, it is your recruiter, Diane OBrien. So I did my first live yesterday on, I'm going to record this here, on Facebook, which was interesting. I'm not sure how many ladies have tried that out, but I don't know why it seems so terrifying when you go live on Facebook. I mean, we do crazy things in our life, especially in corporate America, dealing with clients, and then getting on Facebook for some reason, maybe because it feels so personal. So even though I put it through a business group and page, it was very interesting. But today I'm doing a live on YouTube because I want to combine my messaging as much as possible. And so I thought I'd do this on my podcast instead of speaking into my recorder early morning when I sit in my sunroom with my dog Tucker. I'll record it live on YouTube so you can be sitting here with me too. I'm not sure why you'd want to, but apparently that helps reach more people. So my intention for this morning's call is, and it's Wednesday here, by the way, up in Philadelphia. You can see some leaves behind me. So at least wherever I am, you'll see the background, some beautiful yellow leaves, but Tucker's still in the show. Very cute. But what my intention is for this call is to really speak to more of you women feeling stuck right now in your career. A lot of times, if you're feeling stuck and uninspired in your life, it is because you're feeling a lack of purpose or lack of something exciting to look forward to. And again, I'm a recruiter, so I'm biased, but I think a shift in your career or a new way to make more money while helping a different segment of the population, just something new can be very invigorating, right? I mean, I've been an executive recruiter, I'll say an example, an executive recruiter, but can serve as an example to you for 20 some years. Now, I think I shifted a lot in those 20 years to end up as a retained recruiter today with my own business, and I've done, well. And I think those shifts every year really helped me not burn out and then not get tired of what I was doing. Every time I thought that I wanted to maybe not do that anymore, or if the pressure was too high, which are a lot of times I was very scared to jump into, a new part of my career. I remember when I jumped into an industry that I wasn't even familiar with back at clean technology when it was booming in 2008. And I was having to sit down in San Francisco in front of CEOs and venture capitalists. And, being a woman in business, I was the only woman out there, like at those tables. Maybe there would be a few others at those big conferences, but it was very scary, right? And just getting comfortable with speaking to, and I was always comfortable with maybe speaking to people at all levels, but having to get the understanding quickly about whether it was solar or wind or biofuel. I remember sitting with the CEO of Microvie Biotech, I think was the name. Loved her. We had a spa day together, but I was intimidated. I mean, she was so smart, starting this amazing company. And so anyway, every time do I made that pivot, I had to jump. I had to level up into a place that scared me, which meant I usually was working with people, often that maybe it scared me or intimidated me a little bit, but it helped me grow. And then each time it brought in more money because I guess my confidence grew. And through growing my confidence, I wasn't afraid to ask for more, right? So it's very interesting when I look back on my career and the different times I felt stuck, right? Just like I'm talking to you women who feel stuck right now. And maybe you've made these different jumps in your career, or maybe you haven't made that first baby step that you need help with, right? But my point being, while I'm sharing this with you, is that I always had help, right? I had women mentors that I've had. It's my first job. And whenever I felt that little stuck feeling, I wouldn't stay alone in my cave, being sad about it. I would reach out. I would start calling my friends, right? My women friends, maybe in recruiting, women friends that were doing executive searches that were above me that could help tell me what they were doing, old colleagues that had moved in their career from a sales girl. We were all sales girls together, and now they were like VPs and building their businesses. So, there was support because, I really, my spiritual side of things, I really believe that God or the universe or spirit or whatever you think is a greater power out there than you, I think that he speaks to me through other people, So of course he speaks to me in my quiet times like this with my dog Tucker here. I mean, there's nothing better than sitting with a dog and just being quiet, not only praying, but then it's getting really quiet and listening, right? So, but there was nothing better than speaking to women that I know love me and have my back and that I trust, and this giving kind of advice. And many times it's just listening to yourself talk out loud to have a sounding board, right? In many ways, I've used this podcast as I've gone through a transition, right? I started this podcast, I guess, a couple years ago. I wasn't consistent with it because I was, going through a transition, to be honest. My kids were going to college, I was having an empty nest. I had space in my life. I didn't necessarily have to keep doing what I've been doing. And when I say have to, I know women often think, okay, I have to do something for the money. I could have thought that way, but I've never been someone that can just, grunt down and do it for the money. I just haven't. I'll gladly leave $100,000 contract on the table if that CEO is a pain in the ass. I know I'm not going to be able to work with him, right? Or if there's a client that's offering any amount or a job, I'm definitely. Oh no, my battery is running low. I finally am doing a live, and I might lose you on the live. But oh my God, Tucker is so cute. If you jump on and see this live, he is adorable. Tucker, I'm just going to film you every morning. People would love that. My kids actually call me just to see their dog Tucker, so maybe they'll watch this too. So I'll keep this short because my battery is dying. So it's going to be a mini podcast, a mini morning podcast. So I just want to give support to you ladies that Headhunting Housewives, we're here to support you. My day job is very executive. It's very corporate. We deal with mostly men and hiring executives. Headhunting Housewives is for us ladies, right? Career women too. I'm still, the C-suite women are in there. That are already hit a lot of their goals. But I want to talk to you housewives too that are, have a lot of things you want to do, but you've been raising the kids, right? And maybe there's off to college and you have this time in your life now, or you just have this business idea. So it's not even helping jump to another career. It can just be helping you jump into the business that you want to, but being around other women, business women that can help make that jump. And that's the purpose for me, even forming a community around Headhunting Housewives. We do that in our Facebook group. If you want to join and are looking or going through a transition and you need help with that transition from getting from one spot to the other, join a community of women that are in the same boat. But guess who else is in that boat? All of us experienced recruiters and career coaches. So it's not like a community where you just get together to, is commiserate a word, where you're just talking about your problems. We're getting together to hear where you are and the problem of where you are right now. But we have the expertise and the crew in that group to then serve you and say, okay, this is your path to a better way. Here are the 10 steps. I think of 10 steps for all those support groups for like AA and drugs or whatever. This is your 10-step path to a better career, ladies, right? So first, you're going to surround yourself with those people within Headhunting Housewives. It's a sisterhood. It's a community, career women, housewives, career-minded